Oh, thank God it's Lucifer. 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 How's everyone doing? Let's talk business for a few minutes, shall we? I want to go over some of the stuff about the next book, Eternity, as well as coming out of Christmas. You know, I'm lining the book up the way that some events happen. For example, my Christmas present, kind of, my gift, where the archangel goes across the altar and she starts praying for me, for Lucifer to stay out of the pit. It was so strong a prayer of things she was saying to the hierarchy, to God, to everyone was like crying with her. So, you know, just stuff that kind of just comes back to me and it gets, you know, into the book. So I'm laying out the holidays for the upcoming year, which also some of the work from my book. So you can see what I'm talking about. So what's next? A few things. Okay, a whole book worth. I'm just kidding. We're not going to go over a whole book right now. Will I do anything tonight live? I'm seeing something, so I probably will. So just keep sending the javus, the healings, the miracles and stuff. I mean, people, that power. When, like I said today, one of the biggest things is it's hard to tell people to truly become a prophet of any God, to truly become part of any of that essence in that realm. When you work for God on a level, prophecy wise, or as a prophet or a prophetess, the golden rule is you can't pray for yourself and get the healing. You have to send the energy back out there, and then it's given back. So there you go. There's that is. So people asking me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing fine. The back is really feeling great today. Thank you. And no, like I said, my back is not a wheelchair issue. I want to throw that out there. I know I've said it a couple times what I was told in the past, but we didn't know at that time. But it is just some vertebrae. It's a little messed up, and I've got to learn to deal with it. You know, yeah, I don't need to be running 20 miles and then jumping over stuff and things like that. I've got to learn to slow down a little bit. So I'm learning. Thank you all for your concerns. And very much thank you. So with the book, Risen Fallen, you know, the Lord laid on my heart with the other archangel. And all I can say is like this. 100% trust, okay? You can trust whatever work I'm doing. That's what he tells you right off the bat. I want you to know that because this week I don't know how many videos I'm going to be putting out. What do you mean? Okay, so it's set up for the book to go into the editor. So I've got to be working the editing team of the rest of The Risen Fallen. So I don't know, but I will keep you informed as much as I can. So hopefully that work starts tonight. I'm so excited. I mean, this book is awesome. And I tell anybody who's doing my editing or helping me write, never change the directive and never change, you know, the directive and of course, you know, where it's headed. You never change the design. And that's where Eternity comes in and plays a whole new role and throughout what is going to be known as the Archangels, you know, series novels. And I'm calling it, of course, you know, the Lucifer Archangel novels. And the picture, I want to appreciate every one of you. And I've got a list of over 300 names that want to buy that book right now. 300 I've collected. And because they have been watching my work all year. From, you know, when the other day, a perfect example of finally being able to tell people what happened to me when the snake climbed out of the tree and it went across the yard. it stopped. And it was like, Shavu, take the snake and mark your paperwork with it. It's a seal. It's a signet of my work. So, I had the and I'll say the blood dripping inside a cup, and it got about that full. But I want you to hear me out. I did not deliberately drink it. I wasn't paying attention. And you know how you're sitting there messing around and stuff, and I had thought I had drink in it from previous. I picked it up, went down the throat. So that's kind of how that went. I'm fine. There was no diseases or nothing. And, I'm like, I feel like that snake crawling across the grass, just kidding, And, but yeah, that's what happened. I want everybody to know that. It wasn't like I go out here doing bloodletting rituals and stuff. I told you I'm not into immoralities or immoral acts. My work is totally for what I was sent to do, designed to do, and create how this hierarchy wants it done, and how God wants it done, how He sent us here from the moon and stars to do our work. And I know my helpmate's out there. I know she is. And I'm not going to sit here and, just, how would you put it? I'm trying to find the right word here because, well, there's a lot of people. I guess the best way to put this, what's going through my head, there's a lot of people wanting to know, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, it's none of your business, So I'm not going to sit here telling anybody other people's business. Okay? Yeah. And, that's me. That's me. That's as a counselor. And it's hard for people to understand that. As a high priest, you're also that counselor. Now, I'm beheld by bonds for this. So, unlike other people, they can go break them, and say it's okay. I'm held, my energy is held to that higher standard. As the celestial emperor, I have to be. As a medium, I have to be able to work with all the spirits. And that's where God had intervened. And I told a lot of people, I said, just hear me out. And I understand that, it worries people and stuff because, he's Lucifer, Satan. It's a different type of Satan. It's not a Christian Satan. And when people realize that, they're like, there's something to this story, because I'm the type of Lucifer who had to walk around the cross and go on to work. That's what I tell people. That's the only way I get it, and I move forward with the work. So, that doesn't make me a bad, evil Lucifer. That makes me one who works. I have a story to tell. It's beautiful. It's magnificent, and I want to tell this story. So, with the Risen Fallen this week, I'm hoping this week it's out, y'all. I really do. I really hate feeling disappointed in myself as a failure to all of you because it is good. And what I've done with this book was, one thing I want to tell everyone, if they hear my work or even around the world, I was raised by a mother who told me something very simple. One of her very favorite songs was from T.J. Shepherd. And I still sing that song today. Big, little, short or tall. Wish I could love them all, but I love them everyone. So you see what I'm saying? I kind of learned that, and those things that females have taught me, I also put inside that book. And I really wanted people to kind of grasp more of my spirit as we move forward into the future, and they can really get an understanding of what type of person I am, So as some say, well, he's still a Christian. Well, you can go that way, yes. Some say, well, he's a Satanist. I know the Satanist people. I've got a lot of friends. I've got a lot of occults, you could say, that are leaning into the divide between Christianity and the satanic realms. Now, listen to me. There is a way of a merger, God keeps telling me, to bring prodigal sons, which would be Satanists, back to him. Whether they want, we don't have to. Jesus talked about it, right? The prodigal son told the story. Well, just, think about, the angels bringing the demons back to the altars. Honestly, think about it. It's a very unique system that's happening. I've always said, those who know my first prayer, it was always to me, it was like, well, I don't need a God to save me. I need an angel to save me. It was kind of that way. I already knew God. I already had this, you know what I'm saying? And for me as an archangel come to do this work, I see that now. Couldn't see it when I was a kid, but certain circumstances, words, it's like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Yeah, there's that feeling, like my first prayer, like God allow me to marry this girl. And that was my first prayer. And, and the one sitting there praying beside me, the girl's like, that's not how you pray to God, Can't win for losing. Can't win for losing. Just kidding. But eternity is turning out where I'm getting to line up the holidays with the events, and then you got all the characters you got to come in. That's got to come back into the next story. For example, Bloodstone Megaverse is in the Ark Tabernacles novels as Lucifer is part of the actors in this hero and villain world. You'll actually, Bloodstone Megaverse, this book is actually inside the Ark Tabernacle. So you kind of see how that works. And like I said, Jesus and Lucifer work together. It's a system. It's not God's coming back to destroy you, or Jesus is going to be like, no, you're not. And then you got Satan going, no, God, you're not coming back to kill the Christians or destroy Christianity. You get what I'm saying? There's going to be that fine line where everybody's working together globally and efficiently, because we all live in what is a 13 realm system. How does that work? There's 12 months in a year, but actually the original calendar is 13 months a year. A lot of people don't know that. So if you're a history buff like I am, you know what I'm talking about there. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up as well as what's going through the book in eternity. Two things are going to start up. Lucifer has to fight Leviathan. Now you're going to understand there's Lucifer. You're going to understand there's the hierarchies, and archangels. You'll get more of them this time around. In the first one, not so much. But this time around, there's going to be a lot more of that. You're going to have, of course, the demon levels. And they work together. It's a strange system, but they work together. And when they work together, of course, you've got, that system working. And I'm trying to find my page here. Okay. Now, I am looking at this where, okay, so the reason the Leviathan as well as Woodworm, yeah. Also, this book is bringing New Jerusalem in, so you're going to get more of that explanations, because it's really more than just a New Jerusalem. It is actually all the details of what everything represents. So you're really going to see that work itself out in time. Now, the first thing, Lucifer in this book is about eternity. I mean, that's Lucifer. That's his dream. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's his life. He desperately craves that, that hunger, that desire, but yet he's still fighting Leviathan, who's threatening to come in and wipe everything out, and as well as Woodworm. Most people don't know what Woodworm is. It's written biblically, but they really do not grasp why there's a difference. And in this book, you will totally know the difference. As well as you're going to have voids in the sky. You're also going to have aliens. Everybody loves good aliens. I mean, where would we be in this world without an alien or two? I mean, honestly, say it kind of like that, but you know what I mean. So, okay, so here's Lucifer. You know, I got to work with the Lucifer side, is, of course, like I said, the Jesus side. So, as being the medium, I'm taking in both at the same time while I'm writing down stuff. They're very similar on the same points of heaven. It's just that Lucifer wants heaven. That's his end game. That's his goal. And the only one who knows that is, of course, Jesus. And being Jesus, the Father God, he's like, oh, Lucifer. You know, so you kind of see that happening. And then you see, like, you know, Lucifer is really upbeat in this book. He's really like, you know, that guy who's got it figured out. And, you know, he's got it figured out. Let him have his fun. And, you know, because honestly, this was stuff that I was writing earlier that came to mind. And, okay, so Lucifer to heaven and the book Eternity. To Lucifer, she is like the most beautiful as lingerie. Lingerie should have to beg to be on something as hot and sexy as heaven. So, yeah, he goes out there, don't he? Lucifer would tell the world, heaven to him is like sugar, cake, icing, ice cream, syrup, the perfected dessert. Here we go again. The perfected dessert. I'll get it eventually. Lucifer would tell the world of all heaven is the most. Lucifer would tell the world heaven is the most dazzling of all the temples in all creation. Here we go back to Lucifer in this book. Definitely lived his life to find her. That's Jabul. The book Eternity. It is a different feel, isn't it? I'm going to explain that. I've got to put this stuff in the book where I've been told, you know, I'm not a guy who touches other guys. I just don't. You know, you. It's 100% sure bet I'm not like dude to dude. You know, I'm. There's nothing gay about me. It just doesn't do nothing for me. And I've heard other people who's touched my skin, you know, and going out and stuff, and it just, my skin feels different. It's softer. It's like, you know, that's what they tell me. That it is different. So, you know, I've got to put that in the book. I got to try to explain this. You know, to me, it's like, how do I explain this in the book? So, you know, that's pretty unique. As well as, you know, I'm the type of guy who, you know, I have control over my vessel at all times. I'm talking about every part. Because I talk to my parts. I talk to what's inside. When it's hurting, I want to talk to it. I want to know why it won't heal. You know, and that's, or, you know, and everything's trying to heal. Everything is working great right now. You know, so I'm just saying, you know, I don't, some conversations I get into it with guys or talking to guys, and it's like, you know, man, I just ain't got no control over, you know, myself sometimes. And I'm like, it's not good, man. You know, you got to be in control and learn to be in control for yourself. There you go. So yeah, I'm totally, you know. Okay, so those who's watching this, man, he's got black fingernails. Okay, I will explain this because I get to all the time. For those that new or whatever watching, I play guitar strings all the time with my fingernails, both of them. And sometimes I'll play just hours on end hours. I will use this hands and stuff like this, and I'll show y'all sometime. But that's like taking sandpaper and you know, and just on and on and on. So I learned paint my nails, and hardener don't work. Hardener does not work. So paint the nails because the nails will last longer. And hardener getting the strings and make your strings harder, by the way, and pop them quicker. So a lot of people don't know that. Now I'm not wearing my eyeliner today. It's not real sunny. It's not real bright. It's not giving me no headaches. So I'm not wearing it. So I hope everybody understands it. I'm going to get off here. Let's work on some music tonight. Maybe a little bit later on, 7-ish. If I can get this place straightened up and ready for my karaoke, I'm going to throw out some songs. Time permitting. What's that? Okay, so Javu, thank you all. I appreciate it. Anything else, everyone? I hope you enjoyed this next book. I mean, all the characters are in there. Bones Cooper gets to be in this next book. He gets to throw out a couple of lines. And anything else? No, I'm going to put more, goodies and stuff inside this next book. It's just so much. There is so much. This last year I've been sitting down and God working with me, because he's got me like I am. I've been this way for a long time, and I only crave that heaven, and that's how I'm locked into this thing. Saying that way, and so whatever I'm doing, it's just about wow. So, and I can't, it's pretty wild. Okay, anything else? So this week, I will try to put out as many videos as I can with the editing process, and we'll see what happens, okay? All right. I'll probably be starting tonight, just saying. So for the next week. Yeah. Oh, my address, 150 Depot Street. Send me your numbers if you want me to call you. I don't have your number. I don't have it. I don't know why I'm telling everybody that, but if you want me to call you, send me your number. I don't have it. Okay. Anything else? Shavu. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you. I am so, I could do backflips right now. What the Lord has been, I could say Daddy-O has been really telling me a lot, and I'm just, oh, yeah. Somebody said, what about your hair, man? You need to cut your hair. I'll give you the scissors, Delilah, if you really want to cut God's hair. That's what I thought. You see, that's how I do people. And go ahead, Delilah, cut my hair. Yeah, no, you keep that. Yeah. So, Lucifer he's that type of person who, if somebody's messing with heaven, scatter. Not run for it. You don't want his attention on it. Definitely a lot of that in this book coming out, that he uses certain things that really make people go, just what happened, And definitely a lot of fun in the book. Those that have read some of my, paragraphs, have said definitely a lot of fun in that. And I'm working that way to get to attorney. I guess that's the best way to say it. Bloodstone Megaverse, everybody have a great day, a great time. I'm going to get out here, take care of some stuff. And thank you. So, I hope you liked it. Did you? Huh? Okay, so, Lucifer loves heaven. And John Dill Green.